Hi, Chris.
Akilah!
It is so good to see you. We've been friends for such a long time.
Oh my goodness, how long has it been now? What?
About 10 years. About 10 years.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness.
Go back to Springfield, Illinois. Currently, I'm in North Carolina. I know you're in Texas.
Yes, I am. I am. Everything's bigger in Texas, they say.
That's what they say, honey. That is what they say. So, we are about to have a very important conversation. I know it's something that you and I talked about many, many years ago. So, bring us in. Why are we here?
We are here, Akilah. I don't know if you recall, but we were having dinner, I guess maybe 10 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago, and you dug so much into the story as you do so well, and just genuinely asking questions about me. And at the table that night, I shared with you that I was gay. And you begin to ask even more and dig in, and it really helped me at that time. And it from that time to now, I've thought about that conversation, and that has helped me want to share and want to publicly announce that I am gay and I'm out the closet.
Can I ask you, how does that feel in this moment to say those words and to know that this video will be going in places where family, friends, people who have known you all your life, they'll be seeing this video?
Yes, I think it's no better time. I've hidden this truth for decades, on top of decades, on top of decades. I'm in my 30s now. So it feels liberating. I feel free. Um, at first, maybe a little nervous, but I've had 30 years to get the nerves out. So just as a time where so many are missing love, so many are wanting love. And it starts with loving yourself, and with loving yourself you have to find out and know your truth. And this is part of my truth. This is part of who I am. This is a part of who I've been.
I want to ask you, you said it's a part of who you've been. How
Yes.
long have you known and why now?
Oof. I've known officially since about maybe high school, the end of high school. The questioning began in middle school. Um, just, and I thought it was hormones, I thought it was puberty. I thought it was something that maybe I would grow out of, or just some temporary feelings, but it never stopped. It never stopped. And in high school, that's when you figure out that you're really grown. And that's when I started to determine that this is something that's in there. It's concrete. It's not being removed. And so um about about 20 years,
Mhm.
20, a little less than 20 years
About
now.
20 years. And I guess, what's it been like to suppress these feelings all these years?
Oh, it's been torture. It really has. Uh,
Torture.
Torture, I would say torture. I am someone who promotes living in your truth, being who you are. In school, I was always the one that, be like, girl, be you, boy, go ahead. And for me not to do that, it felt very hypocritical. For me to be pushing everyone and being the cheerleader for self love and being genuine and being authentic, and me still showing parts of that but not fully living my truth and being able to fully express myself. So I say it's torture because with that it comes a lot of mental toil and turmoil, a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of confusion, a lot of swaying back and forth
It
that
sounds
leads.
like it
Mhm.
sounds like you've had like time, and I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry, but
No,
it
go
sounds
ahead.
like, you've been promoting this with everyone else, but not to yourself. So when you
Yes.
go home and lay your head down at night, you probably can't sleep. You probably have a hard time because you feel like you're not being yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And those are a lot of hard nights, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tossing and turning myself, and just feeling so overwhelmed with different mixed emotions. and just feeling like, oh my, I told him to be himself, told her to be herself, but I'm not living myself. I'm a coward. I'm a hypocrite. I can, we can be our worst critics. And so
Mhm.
that was me. I would hold the light up throughout the day and at night, many nights. This was a struggle. This was a struggle. A lot of praying, a lot of asking, a lot of interceding and pleading, and just wanting an answer and wanting peace of mind.
What took so long for you to get to this place? You're how old now?
I am, let me add.
So silly.
I'm 32. I'm 32.
32. So
Yes.
what took so long for you to get to a place where you're like, I'm coming out and this is me and this is who I am and people should accept it or not?
I think what took so long is my upbringing. So being from a small city, Springfield, as you know, Springfield, Illinois, it's a small city. It's a very political city. Very can be closed minded. They're growing now and coming up with the world. But being in that political city, in a small city, a small town, and then that on top of being from a family, a very religious family. And so with my grandfather being a pastor even to this day, and he's in his 80s, about to be 90 soon, and my grandmother, she is and was a TV evangelist. And so in the community, we're known for, lifting up Jesus and for
Definitely.
praying and
Yeah.
for delivering and deliverance and all of those things that we believe God for. We are a very big family full of faith. And we believe to this day there's nothing God can do. And so for so long, I was looking at this as something, a mountain that God would move, that He would remove out of the life, that there's something that He would deliver. But I began. This is nothing that's being shook off. This is nothing that's being moved. This is truly who I am. And so it took so long just to having that pressure. My parents being pastors as well, and so just I never wanted to. uh, Bring a reproach against the family. I never wanted to be the reason why someone would not attend church, or would not believe in God, or would find that anything that my family has done or will do is a facade or is fake because I am who I am. So I suppressed it. I hid it down. I believed God, that He would do it. And for those that believe Him, yes, but I believe God made me how I am, and this is who I am, and He loves me just like this.
I want to go back. Are you saying that over the years you tried to pray it away? You tried to do different things?
Girl, yes. I mean, it was real. It was real. I mean, praying, fasting.
Last thing you
I
mentioned to
mean,
me?
and we talking about good old fast, not the fast 3 and 4 days without anything, nothing but
Wow.
water, and crackers, because that was where our faith, the scripture says these things come out by fasting and prayer and supplication, and so we thinking that it could come out that way, and us being a big faith and me being a big faith, still believe it could get it out, but after years of trying that, years of trying to do that straight walk, the narrow walk, going the narrow way, these feelings do not change. They
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 can
don't
go away.
change. They don't. You can do all of that and they'll still remain. You'll still remain. And that keeps you from being happy. That keeps you from being complete and total. And so I'm an advocate for being who you are. Being who you are.
Absolutely. People see you and people that know and love you, including myself, we know that you are such a bright light.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Were there ever moments that you didn't feel that way when you went home, where you were just conflicted, down in the dumps, depressed, even after praying, supposedly praying things away and it not happening?
Yes, many, many nights, many days. again, I thought, going to school, being the light, being the sunshine, and then going home, and that light is like, man, I was fake. That's not who I am, or it was something I'm leaving out from sharing with others. And even at church and being that perfect example, the preacher's child who doesn't want to make a mistake, doesn't want to bring shame against the family, and the preacher's grandchild. It was just that light that I carried. And in the community and wherever I went, I really tried to be that light, that exemplified Christ. But it, of course, came with a price, because a lot of nights I was low, um felt just confused and questioned, like, why was I made this way, and what did I do? I thought it was a problem. I thought it was a something that I've done, that it was a curse. Who did something? If it wasn't me, who did something in the bloodline
And
to
nobody knew.
no
None of your
one knew.
family knew.
No one knew. No one knew. I have a very supportive family, and they supported, even though I might have switched a little too hard. If I didn't say it, voice might be in a first soprano octave or something. If I didn't say it, they were standing with it. And for so long, I did not say it. I suppressed it for many reasons. And that was the truth. That's what they stood by. So yes.
Chris, was there an event or something recent that happened that triggered this very moment? How did we get here? I know you walked me through like the nights and the
Yes.
depression and so forth, but was there something recent? I know this has been a years long battle for you.
Mhm.
Anything recent
Yes.
happen?
Well, recently I've taken time to reflect. This year, I will say this year hasn't been the best year for me emotionally, and just in all all the things, as they say. And so, but this year I was laid off earlier in January from my job in tech, a dream job that I worked hard to get, and I had a lot of time to reflect and got to a really low place. And with therapy, we had to find the root of where these thoughts were coming from, and where the trigger was. And a lot of it was coming from my sexuality, with me not being free and extroverted with that. And that doesn't mean that you have to run out and carry a flag, but you have to find peace within yourself, and make a stand within yourself, so that you're not on the fence about who you are and what you believe. And so, just recently, being having those thoughts and having those feelings, I was like, I have to express it. And I've been working on some projects, working on a podcast, excuse me. And I've actually been working on this podcast for about 3 years. And I've struggled working on it, because what I want to share about it is about being authentic and so many other things. But I still felt that weight of, okay, I am not my true self. I can't, I can't deliver a product without me feeling whole, without me feeling total and complete.
Yeah. So, for the record, what is your truth?
Listen, I'm gay. I'm out the closet. And I'm happy. Gay means happy. I am so happy. I'm at peace. I am loved. If no one else loves me, I love myself. I know God loves me. And I have so many people that do love me. But I'm at peace, and it's nothing like finding your own peace and your own truth. And so you can walk more boldly. You can walk with more power, more authority. You can walk in the direction in which you're supposed to walk in.
I know we were talking about this conversation. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks at this point.
Yes.
How does it feel to say those words? And again, to know where this is going.
Yes, it feels good. It feels great. This is who I am. It I'm not changed. No one is forcing me to do this. No one is pulling me in any direction. So, for once on my own terms, growing up, I felt pressure not to not to disclose it and to hide it. And so being able to express it on my own terms and publicly feels amazing. It really does. I was outed, as so many are, growing up. And so um, being outed really does something to you because a lot of times, whoever outs you or the people that out you and try to out you and expose you, they don't know what you're going through. They don't know the truth. They may have a picture or a snippet of something, and you can't judge off of that. And so I felt uh, I felt robbed of my story. I felt robbed of my truth. I felt robbed of who I am. And so being outed, some people found out, and my family it knew, immediate family it knew and found out because of that. And I just wanted to come out on my own terms. And this is for me. The outing may be for someone else, and for them, but this is for me. This is for Christopher. This is for my future. This is for my truth.
So let's talk about family. Your
Okay.
family will see this video.
Yes.
What do you want your family to know?
Hi, mom. Hi, dad.
You so silly. Hey.
Hello, everyone. And what I want them to know is just to keep loving. And for families watching who have individuals like myself that are living their truth and living out loud and living in the path that they have to walk for themselves, just to support. There's nothing that in my particular case, Akilah, I wasn't abducted, I wasn't pressured, which is so unfortunate for many others, and that's how they come to themselves and have a change in sexuality and things. But it was nothing like that. If I would have played football more, I still would be gay. um, you couldn't if I wouldn't have hung out at the hairdresser less. If I would have hung out there less, I still would be gay. There's nothing that made an impression on me
There's
to
nothing that
feel this way.
happened.
Nothing that happened at all. Nothing had happened. And so um, I know I'm loved. My family supports me. My parents have given my siblings and I the very best of love, of support, of nurturing, of guidance, the best life, and just exposure to the world and freedom. And they were put in a particular place because not only are they my natural parents, but for so long, they were my spiritual parents as well. They were my
Right.
pastors. And so, on the natural side, of course, they want to support me and love on me because I'm their son, I'm their child. But then there's that spiritual as well that we had to come together because our beliefs weren't the same and they didn't want me to derail spiritually, but we're growing and we have grown from that place, and so we're good, we're great.
Speaking of your parents and your background, what do you want the church to know? Any words for the church?
The church to stop being so hard on us. Homosexuality is not the only thing in the Bible. So every message, every thing should not be geared towards that. I attended a lot of conventions and convocations um, for the faith that I was once a part of. And one of the last times I went to a meeting, a convocation, it was just a hate speech, a hate message on homosexuality, particularly, excuse me. And so I want the church to know you can have your beliefs, we can have ours, but at the end of the day, God is love. God is love, and they will know that we are Christians by our love. So just to love, and if there is a struggle, whatever that struggle may be, it may not be sexuality, it may be something else, because we all can have and have had struggles, but we're drawn by love. Jesus amplified love so many times. He didn't judge. He didn't condemn and go hard, and go in as so many do. And so to love and accept and embrace. That's what it's all about, I feel.
And the support system. So let's talk about that. Like I know that, you still need support. Everybody does.
Yes,
How can people support you during this time?
during this time they can just be themselves, and if you love me, stay with me, and if you don't, leave. When I made the post, I want to thank everyone for their love and their support. There were so many comments from family and friends and loved ones, even faculty and staff. One even said, I've only known you as this. I've only known you as Christopher. Be yourself, be who you are. And that's what I want to be known for, just for spreading love, spreading joy. But just to support, it's no different. I'm the same person that you know, that you have known. And so there should be no change in how you support and how you love.
How are you planning to move forward? I feel like we're covering our bases here. How are you
Yes.
planning to move forward, Christopher?
Move forward. Well, I'm working on a podcast, which I'm super excited about. I'm
What it's about?
finally, it's about being yourself. It's about authenticity. It's about, me. I'm gonna have some fun. It's about fun.
Yes.
It's gonna be a podcast like none other. I also just completed my book, my first book,
You
and
got a lot
so
going on,
a
baby.
lot going on. I'm telling you, I maximize every moment. And this year has been a down year for me, a lot of time to reflect and to
Don't say
journal.
down. Say transformational. Transformational.
Transformational. That's it.
Transformational year. You've been in
Transformational.
transition. I think that's okay to say.
That's it, because I transform.
That's right.
So yes, with that, I'm a creative, and so
Bar.
I've been able to put all of these emotions and feelings into creative projects, and so I look forward to dating. I want to find love as well, and being who you are can help you find love. There were
Yeah.
struggles with dating and before, where if you're not whole, if you're not healed, if you're not your total and complete self, that's going to show. That's going to show. And if you're hiding anything, a person that truly cares for you and loves you or wants to love you and grow with you, that's going to show. And so I'm at a different place now. I want to date. I want a family.
You
I
know,
want
and that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what does the future look like? What can people expect to see from Christopher in the future now that he is his true self?
so much more. And even with my work, of course, I post fashion a lot of times, but just being more expressive with my fashion and no limits. It's just no limits, just living in full color. How about that? Living in full color,
Living
showing
in
all
full
of
color.
my colors because they all mean different things.
Living in full color. And living in full color means fashion. What does it mean personally? You said you'll be dating. Do you want to
Yes,
get
I'll be.
married one day? Do you want to have
I do
children?
want to get married. I still believe in holiness. I want to shack up. I want to get married. But yes, I think everyone deserves love. Whatever that looks like for you, you determine that. And for me, I want love. I want marriage. I want family. I come from strong relationships and strong family in, oriented. Whatever the word is for being strong roots, okay? Strong roots.
Roots. Yes.
Strong roots. And so just like it would be for my brother and sister, my brother who's married, I would want the same for me, want the
Mhm.
same for my sister and anyone else. So for me, I'm looking forward to that chapter, to be able to date out loud, to be able to love out loud. Don't gotta duck and dodge and bob and weave and hide and
And
all this.
hide.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it and being just whole. It's nothing like showing up as your true self.
Yeah.
I lived for so long, like a triple life, as I would call it. And so it was the church Christopher, the PK, the one who didn't want to do anything wrong, the one who was the choir director, who was just served as much as I could. I even preached once, if you believe that. I preached a
Wow. I
few
didn't know
times.
that. Okay.
Yes, I'm a minister. And so, I have that part of me. And then I had like the professional. So that was me at school and at work, and they got to see a little bit more of my colors. But they were still a little curious. It's like, we think so, but we don't know. We love them anyway. And so, and so then there was the me at home, the me in my social life, and that is what kind of lacked a lot of relationships, even friendships, because I wasn't my true self,
Mm.
and they could always tell like it's something you're hiding something. I'm like, no, no, there's nothing. I'm just happy go lucky, but a true
I'm
friend
just
would know.
living.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just living. And so being able to have even greater and stronger friendships and relationships, and being able to live truthfully wherever I am and whoever I'm with.
Well, Chris, I love you. I loved you then. I love you now.
I
I
love
re-
you back.
I remember our conversation. I think we might have been, were we at Cooper's Hawk? I
We
don't
was
know.
at Cooper's Hawk, girl.
Having a
We was at
time.
Cooper, honey, at
Having a
Cooper's
time.
Hawk. Show was. Show.
And I remember I just came right out and I just started a conversation and you
Yes.
were so open to it and you
Yes.
let me in that moment. And I thank you for that. I thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
Because you said it then, a true friend would know. I knew. So I'm like, let's talk about it.
You did.
Let's talk
And
about it.
I appreciate you. I trusted you then. I trust you now. And I love you so much. And I appreciate you doing this for me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Any final words?
You know, get to know Christopher L. Crawford. Follow me everywhere. I am so looking forward to what I am about to give to the world. The different projects, the different items that I'm working on, I'm super excited about. And I'm super excited that the world will be able to see the true
Yeah.
me in full fashion.
Love it. Mwah. I love you.